This morning, we have a new view into the moments that led up to a deadly shooting involving an Adams County deputy and another man, and the questions that video is now raising. This morning, we also now know what caused a home to explode in Denver with people still inside it. And a reminder from the Humane Society to avoid a painful situation they find themselves in as they're nursing 8 abandoned puppies back to health. We are taking a live look out to start off your Saturday morning. My goodness, doesn't it look absolutely stunning right now? We are in store for another beautiful weekend, especially after that little bit of a cool down from the storms last night. We're going to be getting to your weather in just a few minutes. But first, we want to turn your attention to newly released body camera video that shows the Adams County deputy who shot and killed a man last month had a gun drawn before the suspect did. 9 News reporter Rachel Krause talked with a use of force expert who called this graphic and tough to watch video inconclusive.
Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. Get on the ground.
Nearly 1 month after an Adams County deputy shot Mario Ortega at the Lakeside Motel in Denver, we're getting a closer look at what happened in those moments leading up to the July 14th shooting. Body camera video shows immediately after the deputy's arrival, he has his gun drawn, giving Ortega orders.
Get on the ground. What it is. I'm gonna punch you in the bro. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get your hands out of your buckets, bro. Don't dude. Move that. Dude, put the. He's got a gun. He's got a gun.
Less than a minute after he'd arrived, the deputy fires several shots at Ortega.
Let me see your hands!
Before taking cover himself.
271 suspect is down.
And after cuffing Ortega, laying bleeding on the ground, he starts CPR.
Hey, man. Go ahead and start medical code 3.
Ortega later died. According to the Adams County Sheriff's Office, there was no call for service to this location. Instead, the deputy self-dispatched. The deputy that night telling fellow law enforcement what happened.
He pulled the gun, he put it to his head, he had a holster on it. He grabbed the holster like he was going to pull it off and turn it on me.
Ed Obayashi, a use of force expert, watched this body camera footage. He explains that because the deputy did not fire his weapon when Ortega first reached into his hoodie, it appears the deputy may not have known Ortega had a weapon until one was pulled out. Later, moments before the deputy fires, what appears to be a holster is pulled from the weapon in Ortega's hand.
Regardless of what we see on video, what's important is what the deputy perceived under the stress of the situation.
Because of the way the video was blurred, Obayashi says, we don't know if that gun is pointed at the deputy or moving around.
The video is not conclusive, and especially without knowing more what was in the deputy's mind. This is just going to have to wait for the investigation to conclude.
An investigation into this shooting is still going on, and the Adams County Sheriff's Office tells us the deputy has been placed on administrative leave. Soon after the shooting, we did chat with Yolanda Venzor, Ortega's mother, who told us it is heartbreaking to know her child had been shot and killed, and there's still so many unanswered questions about what happened. We do want to bring you an update about the house explosion from earlier this week. The Denver Fire Department now says that they are confident it was a natural gas leak. One person was hurt and went to the hospital. The fire department says the explosion killed a dog and another dog was saved. The fire department says they are still going to have to sift through what remains of that house near 4th Avenue and Lincoln to find the exact ignition point. Jefferson County investigators want felony charges for the man accused of exposing himself and then performing lewd acts on trails around the county this year. Police arrested Glenn Braden after several incidents dating back to April. He's being held on a $100,000 cash-only bond for the current misdemeanor charges. An arrest affidavit from the sheriff's office suggests that they are recommending 6 felony charges to prosecutors. That includes attempted sexual assault. It is going to eventually be up to the district attorney to upgrade those to felonies. Some people living on the streets of downtown Denver now have a place to use the bathroom. The city installed a custom porta potty near the corner of Champa and Broadway that's right next to an encampment. It includes a trash can, sharps disposal container, and hand washing station to meet health department guidelines. The city says it's already making a difference.
There's human waste that's part of encampments, and so just providing that basic place to go to the bathroom. I've been talking to people out here today and they say this is a great idea. We finally have a place that we can relieve ourselves, and that's really important and part of just being a human.
The first porta potty is a pilot program. The city has 2 more ready to go if it continues to go well. The Humane Society of the Pikes Peak region is reminding folks that there is a way to surrender dogs and avoid a very painful situation they're dealing with right now, as they're nursing 8 puppies abandoned at a construction site in Trinidad. Workers found them Tuesday morning, immediately gave them to a shelter for help. The 4-week-old puppies needed urgent care. They aren't weaned yet, so they're now on a bottle feeding schedule. They also got flea bats at the shelter. The Humane Society of the Pikes Peak region is helping with the feeding and the housing. And once they're fully back to full health and 8 weeks old, it's going to be time to find their forever homes.
It's a really tough situation because at 4 weeks old, these puppies need to be bottle fed every couple hours, and they also need help regulating their temperature as well. So being left out in the heat like this is really not ideal for the puppies. We are so thankful for the people that found them and brought them in to get help.
Unfortunately, investigators do not have enough information to find who dumped the pups. The Humane Society is reminding the public that there is a free surrender program to avoid these exact types of situations. We also want to remind you can watch the entire Clear the Shelter special this weekend on 9 News. It's going to be on tonight at 6:30 p.m. on Channel 9. The Clear the Shelters campaign is running the entire month, and you can always find more information on cleartheshelters.com. Attorney General Merrick Garland has granted special counsel status to the federal prosecutor overseeing the case involving President Biden's son, Hunter Biden. The move comes as a pending plea deal involving Hunter Biden appears to be unraveling. David Weiss, the Delaware federal prosecutor, asked AG Garland for the appointment this week. Garland agreed, saying it's in the public's interest to do so. CNN reports by naming Weiss as a special counsel, Garland is giving him further independence from the Justice Department. This case is against the son of the sitting president, and Republicans have also claimed the department is politicized. The Justice Department is also investigating former President Trump. The second person charged in the deadly shooting of Helena Hutchins on the Rust movie set has pleaded not guilty. Hannah Gutierrez Reid made her plea on Wednesday. She was the armorer for the movie when Hutchins was shot and killed during rehearsal. Prosecutors are accusing Gutierrez Reid of being hungover when she loaded the prop gun, which had a live round in it. The film star, Alec Baldwin, was also charged since he held the gun when it fired off. Charges were dropped when evidence was found that the gun had been modified. Gutierrez Reid is facing 2 counts of involuntary manslaughter and 1 count of evidence tampering. She'll be set to go to trial on December 6th.